Today we are gonna play Hogwarts Legacy, and I finished the tutorial and the 3 main quests in the common room. And now we are gonna go outside for the first time. Okay, before we go outside, let's go check out the settings. And I locked FPS on 60, and yeah, everything's on ultra. Okay, let's go. I hope it's not lagging for you, because this game is real beautiful and it has a lot of details. Alright, let's switch off the overlay. Alright, you can see better. Alright, where did she come from?
Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
What the hell is this? Yeah, this is the XP, like this is how we get experience in the game.
Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide.
Yeah, this portrait depicts the wizard's Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said instead of F, he once said S instead of F, and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. Okay, we got 80 XP there. Challenge unlocked. You just unlocked a field guide challenge. Your progress towards completing challenges appear here. I think we are still not even in the level 1. I think we have to finish these starting quests before we level up. Yeah, the field guide challenges are the only way to acquire experience. Yeah. Damn. So we can't XP farm, I think. We can't hack the game. Open field guide. What the hell is this? This is your wizarding level. XP earned from challenges increases your level and power. Okay. Requirement. Each challenge has tiers, special rewards. Unlock at each tier you complete. Appearances to critical upgrades. Okay. I guess this is how we unlock certain spells too, I think. Maybe. Okay. Let's play the game. Still says follow
Clever,
Professor
isn't it?
Weasley.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Oh. Why can't I press F? Oh. Okay, now it's working.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
I guess now we can open chests. That's how we get gold too, I think, from only from chests and like selling armor and stuff.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field
Yeah,
guide
this is really
contains
clever.
a map of the castle.
They use the
Open
flue
it up
powder
and
thing
find Central Hall.
To teleport as teleport points. That's really clever. Okay, I miss map. Damn. Oh, there's the Quidditch grounds. Although we can't play Quidditch, maybe they'll like add it in a different DLC. I'm not sure, but yeah, there's no Quidditch in the game. That's sad. Select the South Wing region to continue. South Wing region, okay. Now in this view, you can see the flue flames available in that region. Green flue flames represent flames you have discovered that we have unlocked, I think, yeah. And gray flue flames reveal the location of undiscovered flames, okay. The right side of map is where you will find academic points of interest, including the astronomy tower, library, and greenhouses. I'm not sure if astronomy tower is the Ravenclaw tower. I think we'll find out. Where should we go? Select the library annex region. Okay. Central hall. Flue flames. Okay, we have to go to the central hall, I think. Ah, we can rotate the map as well. Okay, that's easy. I think we have to go here. It's the only unlocked one. I think we'll have to like maybe lower the graphic settings a bit. I don't think it will make a big difference, but it'll make a big difference in performance, I think. Yeah. I should have installed it on my NVMe because my hard drives are a bit slow. Or Revelio will clearly highlight nearby enemies. It highlights enemies as well. That's good to know. Even through walls, it will also hint at the location of nearby Revelio pages. Okay, that's nice. I'm really sorry for the delay, guys. You guys should skip ahead. I should have installed it on my NVMe. That's my bad. The loading signs are the like the logos of the houses. That's the Hufflepuff logo. Is that the Hufflepuff logo? Yeah, that's the. I think that's the Hufflepuff logo. It looks like a rat, but that's a badger. Yeah, that's the logo of Slytherin. A snake. And that's Gryffindor, and that's Ravenclaw.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Finally.
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Okay. I think we still have to buy a new wand, even though we have one.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Let me lower the music a bit. Okay, yes, settings. Oh, it changes the menu as well. Yes, volume. Okay, let's lower the volume a bit, and the dialogues as well. All right, maybe we'll put it to high. Let's see if it's lagging. Let's put it. Let's lower the quality. Is it lagging or when I'm switching from menu to the game, it's kind of lagging.
Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
I think Hogsmeade is the village nearby.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
I can't wait to taste butterbeer.
Can you
think we
tell
have to
me
go
more
through all
about
the
the Defense
questions.
Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
And what about the charms
What will I
class?
learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Okay, so Professor Heckert teaches Defense Against the Dark Arts, and Professor Ronan teaches charms class. Okay.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to
Homework?
speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
She's kind of asking us about the dragon attack, and Professor, I can't remember his name. He told us not to tell anything to anyone. So there isn't anything.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Yeah, Professor Fig.
Speak of
There
it.
is-
Professor Fig! Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem
Can
to
we
have
skip all
provided
this?
our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude
barely
for
both
magic,
arrived
it
in
seems.
one. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
All right. Let's go check out these students.
And she talks in her sleep.
Mine would be the
Revelio.
Smell our back garden.
Is there anything here?
Your Robert would be amazing.
There are a few starters. I don't think it's lagging, but
Very unusual. I'm quite partial to
the FPS is still a 60 locked. Sometimes it's starters. I don't know why.
mine. Definitely black.
Lumos.
The man terrifies.
Revelio.
What do we have to do with
Lumos.
these mirrors?
Revelio.
They'll only attack.
Maybe we'll like put the quality too high. 60 locked again, okay. Oh, there's a field guide page. How can I get it? I think we'll have to like acquire the spell Accio to get those. Let's see.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in study. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little receptive. I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Alright. Again. Do we really have to like press the button? Or can we just go out? Oh fuck. We have to press escape again. There's nothing happening.
Protego! Lumos! Lumos!
I think, yeah. Press map, okay. I thought we had to press escape. Okay. This represents main quest. I think the gold color, the yellow color ones represent the main quests. Completing main quests will further the story, unlocking new features, and grant XP. Yeah. Whoever recommends. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and or have the required spell to activate the quest. Alright. Where should we go? Can we go outside? Oh, we have to attend the classes first. Astronomy. Let's go to the defense against dark arts class. Can we? Okay, we can track it.
The map is enchanted to help you find your
This will
way.
be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, I shall reach
I'll
out
just
when I
skip
have
this.
more information. For now,
Alright. Okay, we can't talk to him anymore. He's going away. Let's go outside. This game is beautiful. Alright.
Lumos.
I'll unlock the floof balloon. Okay.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
What the hell? Is that a... I don't think that's a ghost. Is it a ghost, guys? I shot him now, right? Okay. The class is upstairs. Oh, it shows us. Oh. It shows us kind of a golden thread. That's helpful. Oh, this ice. Kind of looks like CCTV cameras. Can we go in? How can I go in? Okay.
Stupefy! Stupefy!
Is that all you've got? Bombard!
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it.
Is that a dragon?
Knowledge.
Yeah, that's a dragon.
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember.
Levioso?
Levioso.
A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Okay.
Levioso!
Oh. All right.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Yeah, that's the training dummy.
Let us begin with a basic cast.
Why is
See
it
how
not
the
working?
dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
We have to
Remember, a surprised opponent
you have
is
to
a
hit
weak
them with the same
opponent.
colored,
As
same colored
Master
spell.
Pruitt, so artfully. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Levioso. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with
Okay.
you, duelists. Take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Okay, I've been waiting for this.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast. You may begin.
Can we use Protego as well?
Levioso! This should be easy.
Protego!
Levioso! Protego.
Okay, we can use it.
Levioso!
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I think he's a descendant of Salazar
I
Slytherin.
put you on the spot.
Thank you,
Just
Professor
like
Hackett.
Malfoy
Glad to have
in
the
the
opportunity
movies.
to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication,
Malfoy, sorry.
we can expect
Tom
great
Riddle.
things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are... A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Okay,
All
that's as
right,
fast.
That's enough spectacle for
Can we
one
talk
day.
to her?
Class is...
Okay, we
I'd
can.
hate to face Professor Hackett in a duel.
It's kind of like Witcher 3, but only few characters
Nice work.
we can only talk to few characters.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft
Okay,
with
he's
the
a
wand.
Slytherin.
Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
It kind of sounds suspicious, but let's go with this.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till
Okay,
next
we are
time.
definitely gonna check that out later. Okay, let's go to our other class.
Revelio!
Are there any... Oh, there's the lock on her drawer. Level 2 lock. Ah, those are new, like Roman numerals. Okay, I get it now. Can you talk to her?
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to
Revelio.
keep things friendly.
Oh, can we use the training dummy? Where's the training dummy? I guess no.
Levioso!
Okay. Charms class, let's use this.
Revelio!
Oh, this looks like the one that was in Dumbledore's room. Except it was a phoenix, I think, or a raven. I'm not sure. What the hell?
What do you want?
Leviosa.
Oh. I'm not sure if there are dogs in the game. Mostly there are cats. Should I go? Okay.
Revelio.
I have to be aware about the treasures and all, because otherwise we'll be low on XP.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
How do I begin the quest? Oh, okay. Press F.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale.
I think this is how we acquire the Accio spell. Acquire, yeah, Accio. Accio, the Accio. Alright. Alright.
Accio.
Accio'd it.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here.
I think
very good, everyone. That's enough
she's
of that.
the brightest student.
Well,
in
as
the
you all
class.
seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air.
Thank God we can go outside.
After me.
Oh no, it's loading again. I hope it won't take long. Otherwise I'll have to change the directory. I think I'll have to move the game to the NVMe or my SSD. We'll see. Huh. I think this is Hogsmeade village. Yeah, and there's a windmill. Yep, I'll have to move the game immediately. Maybe I'll do it after this charms class. I'm really sorry guys, you guys should like skip ahead because it takes a long time.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand
Finally.
with mastery. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
What's this one? Okay, I can move. Can go. Okay.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, splendid! Happens to the best of us.
How can I stop it?
That's it!
Okay.
Don't lose your composure.
Okay. I know what to
Excellent control there.
do. Okay.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Okay, well,
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
do I have to wait for my chance?
There we go.
Okay. Can I choose something? Okay, I can choose this one.
I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Alright.
Splendid!
Here we go!
She's cutting off my track. What the hell? I don't have...
That
Oh,
is how
God.
it's done.
Okay. I don't want it to fall off the platform.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
It's falling. Oh god.
Nicely done, Bishop.
Alright.
Phew.
And I can't. Okay, it's last ball. Yeah.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
She's in my house as well, I think. Yeah.
Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Not that I mind.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Okay.
I think we are
It's a
well
bit-
past
this is a bit
interesting
tough,
at this
I think.
point.
I'll say.
Enough
start
chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
I think the corner ones are easiest to pull. Watch this,
There
guys,
we
watch
go.
this.
Accio!
No. Fuck.
Stay focused.
I forgot to
Let
press
us
stop.
see this.
Can I still win?
That is how it's done.
We'll see if we can still win. If we have to win, we'll have to block
I
her
know
part
everyone
maybe.
is watching, but try not to be nervous.
Accio!
You are doing quite well.
I didn't mean to. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Very
I was
good.
aiming for the other ball.
Be sharp.
This is gonna be rough because I'll have to like pull it sideways all the way to the left side.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Accio!
No.
Quite impressive.
Shit, we lost by 10 points. Shit. That's okay.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
This is a water demon? Skull of a water demon? Or is it another dragon? Or a snake? Kinda looks like a snake. I guess we'll find out because there are so many like creatures from the Fantastic Beasts. We might get to tame one or two, I think. Let's see if I have enough space. I got 47 and yeah, it's all red as you can see. Oh god, I'll have to delete a few more games and movies. That's okay, I'll just move it to my SSD. Oof. It should load now.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you.
She sounds a bit like KSI.
Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Okay.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I transferred here from Wagadu just before my mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Okay guys, I think that's it for the part 1 of this walkthrough. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the part 2.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Okay guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.